What's up guys, and thank you for stopping by the channel. Today's project is this Toro recycler lawnmower, and the problem is that the engine is broken and beyond repair. What we're doing today is we're going to swap the engine for a less broken Honda engine. In a previous video I tried to get this engine running only to find out that it had been really badly neglected and it wasn't ever going to run ever again. And the only thing left to do was to remove the bad engine and replace it with another engine. Let's start by removing the electrical wires, the brake cable, and the pull rope from the handle. Now that that's done, we can lay the mower on its side, remove the blade, and the 3 bolts holding the engine to the deck. And after removing the engine from the deck, try to slide the blade adapter off of it as we need to put it on the new engine. And if yours is stuck like this one, you're going to need to use a pulley puller to remove it off the crankshaft. Partially reinstall the bolt back into the crank to brace the puller against it. Now place the jaws around the adapter and turn the bolt in the puller until the pulley slides off the crank. And if the pulley still is stuck onto the crankshaft, replace the bolt with a longer one and repeat the process. Now that the adapter is off, you can see there was actually a lot of rust on the shaft keeping the adapter in place. We'll clean that off later. I do have the adapter from the donor engine, and what I'm going to do is slide it onto the old engine to make sure that both crankshafts are the same size. I want to make sure I keep the self-propel system working on this engine, so I need to make sure that the original blade adapter works on the newer engine. And while the engine is off of this deck, I'm going to try and clean all the old dirt and oil off of the deck. And as you can see, hand cleaning is not going to be enough to clean this, so we're going to have to break out the power washer. And this is going to be our donor mower. It's a Black Max with a Honda engine. It was a decent mower, but the front wheels were completely worn out and the deck was also damaged. So this is the reason why we're not going to fix it and use the only good part left on it. The engine is a bit worn out itself, but at least it starts and it runs. And of course, removing the engine off of the Black Max is very much the same as it was on the Toro. course, when you know it, there's only one difference. One of the bolts holding the engine to the deck is completely frozen and it's broken now, so we'll have to drill it out in a later process. So here's the damage to the Black Max deck, and as you can see, it's quite bad. So back to the Toro, we're going to remove everything that's related to the electric start, like the wiring, the switch, and of course the battery box. There's not a real problem leaving all these pieces on, except it can be used on a different mower that might need them more than one that doesn't need them. After taking the key switch off and replacing the bolt that holds it to the handle, you might need to adjust the self-propel cable if it's not engaging it the way you want it to. And now it's finally time to install the Honda engine to the Toro recycler deck. Put the bolts on but leave them loose, and then install the blade adapter and tighten the bolts after the blade adapter is attached. After that, all you need to do is reinstall the blade, flip the mower back onto the ground, and reattach the brake cable and the pull rope to the handle. Then add the oil and the gas to the engine, and after doing that, let's try starting it. It's definitely not the best sounding engine in the world, but then again, it is not a new engine either. The good news is that at least the self-propel works. Once again, if you can't get yours to work correctly, try adjusting the anchor point on the self-propel cable on the handle. And of course, a really good option for this is to go ahead and buy a Honda clone engine from a local supplier. This engine just happened to be available though. Thanks for watching this video, and if you have any comments or questions about your small engines, please leave them in the comments below. And please consider subscribing, as it really supports this channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video.